G5 jet. I'm on my way to a brand new kit.
What is going on? Good morning. Hope everybody had a fun, eventful, but safe New Year's. Happy New Year's to everybody. Going to be a quick live stream. I know these last couple of lives have been very quick, but your boy's got stuff to do. So I'm supposed to be on my way to my dad's house right now to go watch some college football for the day, but had to get a quick live in. You know, he's in his 60s. They don't know. I said, Dad, I got to get a live stream in real quick. And he's like, what's a live stream? It's like, never mind. Oh, I'm going to be a few minutes late. Give me just a second, and we'll do a giveaway as well. Hang on one second. He was like, what? He was like, what is a live stream? I was like, never mind. So the topic for we'll do a giveaway real quick once we get a few more people in here. But now that the new year is here and the announcement for the new S26 series is right around the corner, I think we're looking at. I think the announcement is about 6 weeks away, and then I think we're about to see pre-order here in about 8 weeks, and I think you should be able to purchase one here in 10 weeks. So maybe about a month or so, you know, this S26 series is really going to start steamballing. But as we get closer to launch, we're starting to see, you know, what this thing is going to look like. We got leaks that just came out. We're starting to have a final spec sheet, right? Now, I was doing some thinking last night. I like this OnePlus 15 so much. I've just randomly once or twice picked up my S26 Ultra in the last 2 to 3 weeks. I mean, I've been full bore. It's a full go with the OnePlus 15, right? I mean, it's almost, it's not perfect. There is no perfect device, but it's pretty close. And I'm gonna get my review since I've had it for a couple weeks now. And the battery life is stabilized and the optimization is stabilized. I'm gonna put out a review video of this OnePlus 15. I've already compiled some clips and videos and stuff. I'm gonna start start the edit here probably this weekend, and I'll have it out this week. But made me wonder, is Samsung doing enough to bring to the table something that users want to use, that users can be proud of, that users can be excited about when purchasing the device, when pre-ordering the device? And we have some pre-order information as well. Not so good news when it comes to the pre-order for the S26 series. But let me I hope everybody's having a good day. Again, this is gonna be a quick one. What time is it? I'm supposed to be at my dad's in 4 minutes for kickoff, and yeah, whatever. Let me upload. Has everybody seen what the S26 Ultra looks like? I thought I had. If you want to give me just a second, I have a video here of the S26 Ultra. If you're on social media, you may not have seen it. It essentially looks like a Z Fold 7, the back of the Fold 7, right? Let me show you here. Let me load this video into the, it's about 30 seconds into StreamYard here. And then we'll do a giveaway here in just a second. Let me download that. And then I have a quick spec sheet, not necessarily a spec sheet because we already know what the specs are going to be, but shall I say added features that the S26 Ultra is going to have. And I'm not sure it makes much of a difference to the average user, right? I'm not sure it makes much of a difference. So while that's downloading, there we go. I think it's ready. All right, so let me upload it into StreamYard. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Here is the S. Happy New Year to you as well. Thank you very much, sir. You don't think Samsung is doing enough? I want to see IR blaster, Bluetooth S Pen, and larger battery. Yeah, so we're going to get to that here in just a second. Hang on, because you bring up a good point. You have both OnePlus 15 and S25 Ultra. They are both great phones. And look, that's correct. Don't get me wrong. The S25 Ultra, I've been using it as my main driver. So, well, I guess since it came out. So I had the Pixel, what did I have? 9 Pro XL as my daily driver. And then the S25 Ultra came out in February. I've been rocking that as my number one since day one. And then I moved my Pixel to my number 2 phone, which I carry with me all the time, right? But then when the Pixel 10 Pro came out, I was using that as my number 2. So the S25 Ultra has been my number 1 phone, my number 1 daily driver since day one. It's a fantastic device. But moving forward, this is what we're talking about. Moving forward, is it enough to pull people in as far as to upgrade? Or if you have an S23 Ultra, you're thinking, damn, should I upgrade to the S26 Ultra? Or should I get that OnePlus 15? Right? Here's what they look like. Let me show you. So that's the one, excuse Jesus Christ, that's the S26 Ultra. It's a little more rounded corners. It's a little thinner. It's a little lighter. But it does have now those are dummy units. So these are what the case companies get from Samsung. I have a dummy unit of an S25 Ultra. It's the exact dimensions, exactly what it looks like. It just doesn't power on. It just doesn't have a CPU. It just doesn't have a battery. But all the cutouts, all the holes, all the mics, the S Pen, the cameras, everything, it looks visually is a one-of-one copy of what Samsung is going to release here in a month or two. So it looks like this video came from China, like an AliExpress. China is where they make basically all these cases. Samsung sends out dummy units to Spigen, to Rinky, to these case companies, and then somebody at the case company we got the S26 Ultra. Somebody at the case company leaked these out, but this is what it's going to look like. I'm not sure what on design wise. I'm not sure what more they can do to make it look slightly different because here's the thing, you just don't want to put out the same design. You want something similar, unless you have a classic design like Pixel, right? They were perfectly fine with putting out, and I was too, as a consumer. I think that the Pixel is the best looking phone on the market. And iPhone, we all know they've stuck to their design for friggin' 5 or 6 years, but Samsung's got to do a little more. Now, the real big design change is going to come in the S27 series. S27 is going to get, from what I hear, if not a complete redesign, it'll get a drastic redesign, meaning they're probably going to move some sensors around, right? Now, let's see here. So that's what it looks like. Now, let me show you some of the new features it's going to have, because we all know that it's basically going to be the same. 12 gigs of RAM, new CPU. The battery's basically going to be the same. They're going to say bigger battery, but it's only like 5% bigger. It's going to be a 5,200 milliamp per hour battery instead of a 5,000 milliamp per hour battery. It's going to give you an extra 30 minutes of battery life compared to the S25 Ultra. When you move to the OnePlus 15, 2-day battery life. And when you look, first time I've charged it since my last live stream, and that was 2 days ago, and it takes 30 minutes to charge up. It'll change your life if you get a OnePlus 15 when it comes to battery life. But let me show you the feature. So when it comes down to, we all know the specs are going to be relatively the same, but what new features is Samsung going to bring to the table? Because that could entice and or encourage somebody to upgrade to the Ultra, S26 Ultra. Check this out. So here's basically what you're getting. A new display with higher efficiency. What does that mean? You're getting the M14 OLED panel now. It's more efficient, meaning it uses less power to operate. So you should see a little better battery life, right? And with the slightly larger battery, it gives you an extra hour. Okay, I'll give you an extra hour at the end of the day. Integrated, but you're going to charge it once a day, right? Every night. Integrated privacy screen, right? It's going to have the option to manipulate the privacy setting inside the display. New lens coating. So I was going to put a video out on this yesterday. I recorded something and then screw it. So Samsung doing away with lens flare. So you like when you record a video and or take a picture, you got the sun or you have a bright light, you know there's that little look like a lens flare, right? You see the streak of light. Samsung's going to eliminate that. Now that's a big pain in the ass. The iPhone has it bad, and they've had that ever since I can remember. So they're getting rid of the lens flare, whoop-de-doo. Bigger main and telephoto aperture. So they're only changing one out of the 4 sensors on the back, but they're changing the aperture slightly, just a little bit. Wider selfie camera. Again, it's the same sensor. You're just getting a wider angle of view. Faster wired and wireless charging. So it is getting magnets inside the device. It is getting wireless charging standard 2. And I think it's probably going to bump it up to 2.2 on par with Pixel and iPhone. So you're going to get faster charging. How much faster? We don't know yet. I mean, 60 watts, but 0 to 100, and what are we talking about? An hour flat? Because I think right now it's at an hour and 15, technically. Faster and more efficient processor. We knew that. New video controls and autofocus and sharpness. Okay. Faster memory. Okay. Thinner design. Is that enough? Is that enough to... Now look, I'll be the first to admit I'm getting the device. I'm buying the phone. So don't make it think I'm discouraging you from buying it or I'm shitting on it. I mean, I guess I kind of am shitting on it, but it's still going to be a good phone. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying, like, the whole point is, are they doing enough? And how much can they do? So when it comes down to prices, and let's get to pre-order. So a month ago, I put out a video saying they're not going to increase the prices. Now I'm hearing different. Now I'm hearing they might increase the prices. The cost of memory, DRAM, SSDs, the cost of memory industry-wide has skyrocketed. If you try and upgrade your computer RAM, go look at prices right now. Go look at the prices for RAM, for SSDs. They've gone up at least 20% across the board. And guess what? That affects Samsung, right? That affects Apple. That affects OnePlus, because they have to purchase a gazillion little memory chips to fit in these devices. Well, Samsung could hold off the price increase for so long, but just over the last 60 days, the price increase of memory has skyrocketed. So I'm not sure they can hold off a price increase. And the memory price increase is going to affect the upgrades. You know how Samsung has always done double your storage when you pre-order, right? You can purchase a 256 gig, you can purchase a 512 gig, right? Because that's, well, I'm using my S25 Ultra as my webcam. You could purchase a 512 gig S25 Ultra for the price of a 256. So they basically double your storage, right? Not this year. So I just got word that Samsung is not doing that this year. They're not doubling your storage for free. That's simply because the cost of the memory has skyrocketed. They just can't afford it. So that sucks. But it is what it is. They do make their own memory, but it's still not cheap, right? So yes. Now, when you talk about memory, when it comes to RAM and storage, I think they make, what was it, for the S26 Ultra, were they going to make their own RAM and purchase the storage, or was it vice versa? I can't remember. I saw that detail last week, but yeah, they do make their own memory, but not. They don't make and or manufacture their own storage and RAM for the S26 Ultra. I think they have a deal with. Damn it, I don't want to misspeak, but yeah, they haven't done enough. I know a lot of people feel that way. Same old Samsung, just enough. I'm hearing they're going up by $100 again. Yeah, that's what I've heard. And no memory upgrade. So if you're gonna buy a 256, that you're getting a 256, not a 512. So that sucks, but not even close. Covers all carriers, yes. So yeah, they do. OnePlus 15 does cover all carriers. Verizon, even the MVNOs, right? Because they roll on the bigger carriers networks. But yeah, it should cover all. I just wish OnePlus was in T-Mobile or in Verizon or AT&T. Not from my standpoint, but just to try to get the phone out to the masses, right? It's such a good phone. I want everybody to have a chance to use it, because majority of Americans purchase their devices at carriers, right? They make it easy to upgrade. A 3-year payment plan. You pay $40 a month and you can have the latest and greatest smartphone. OnePlus, you got to buy it from their website. And of course you can use a credit card, right? But they don't have a carrier plan or anything, and you can't go to a store and buy one. So, and I think they do that. I think Samsung and Apple, behind the scenes, make sure OnePlus is not in these carriers, right? Because that would be the phone to get in any carrier. So I got to run here, but y'all want to win some money for the New Year's, huh? We'll do the same thing as last time. If whoever wins, give you an option. I'll either send you an Amazon e-gift card, or I'll just send you a Cash App, right? I got to roll. I'm late. My dad's expecting me. So, he was like, what's a live stream? Never mind. Okay. Oh yeah, I got, what did I get? I think mine was the 8T. No, the last one I bought from T-Mobile was the 8. I got my green, my aqua. You remember that, the aqua green 8T? I got that one. That's when I started buying from OnePlus. And then I didn't buy it, and then that's when they went downhill after the 8T. I did not buy the 9. Actually, did I? I think I bought one real cheap and used it for a month or two, and I was like, what is this? That's when they started going downhill, right? But they are back. So let's go ahead and do this. So let's run the giveaway here, and I think just enter something in the chat, right? Love the that color was awesome. I wish they would bring that back. So if you've entered in, if you just wrote something in the chat, you're already entered. If you're watching this and you have not entered anything in the chat, meaning a hey, hi, or comment in the chat, it'll enter you to win. And we'll do it right now because I got to hit the road. Let me pull this up. But we're gonna have more discussions on this. I want more of your input as well. This live stream has to be cut short, so I do apologize. But I want to discuss this. I want to see what your opinions are on this. I'm gonna put out a poll, a community post on YouTube, and see, are you upgrading? Yes or no? Or I guess maybe, right? Because, I guess a lot of people, plus we don't know the colors yet. That's another thing, right? We just don't know the colors. All right, so let me share my screen. And I was looking into buying a mini PC, and now the prices have gone up a little bit for the memory. Happy New Year. Thank you. Happy New Year to you too. You love the Samsung Fold phones? I've never had a Fold. I've had all the flips. I've just never purchased a Fold. They're just too, and I think I'm going to take a break from foldables. They're just too delicate. Out of the 7 flips that I've owned, I think 3 or 4 of them have been jacked up, meaning have their display or something has busted. So that's my notification the game started, so I got to roll. Let me go ahead and another thing. I wish Samsung would stop copying Apple, because look at this. Are they really going to do an orange S26 Ultra? Are they really going to copy Apple? Are they really going to copy Apple? Are they really going to copy Apple? Please tell me they're not going to do that. It looks pathetic. Let me be honest with you. It looks pathetic, Samsung. Do your own thing. I'm a huge Samsung fan. The last thing I want to see is y'all copying Apple because I despise Apple. And another thing, real quick, before we do the giveaway, the S Pen. So it's going to have more rounded edges, rounded corners. So the S Pen, oh damn it, I'm using my S25 Ultra as my webcam. I was going to pull the S Pen. You know the bottom of the S Pen, how it's relatively flat? This one's going to have a rounded bottom where you click it. It's going to actually be curved because part of the S Pen is going to be in the corner of the phone. Now, we'll have to wait and see if it's getting Bluetooth. From what I hear, it is, but no actual confirmation. And there's your and the entire lineup. S26 series is going to get that little Fold 7 look on the back. The S26, S26 Plus, and S26 Ultra are going to get that little camera island on the back. And there's your black model. So I guess we know what two colors is coming in, at least black and white. And then a possible orange. Lord have mercy, I hope not, but I don't know. Looks cool. Again, I'm still getting it, but I don't want them copying Apple. Okay, let's go back here. Y'all ready? Let me take this off. Where am I at? Okay, let's add this to the stage. And we shall run it. Yeah, the white one does look nice. The white one does look nice. That's the color of mine right now. I have the white S25 Ultra. It looks really nice. All right, let's run this. I got to go. So if you've if you've commented on the live stream, it'll go ahead and select a winner. So let's do it right now so I can hit the road. And then I think I entered in the chat on accident. I was commenting, so if I win, we'll redo another one. Ooh, it almost landed on me. Zadium 1981, congratulations to you. Email me eSIMstudios at gmail.com, and I'm gonna hit the road right now, but here in just a little bit I should be able to you'll have an option of either getting an Amazon e-gift card or I can send you a Cash App, assuming you're in America. eSIMstudios at gmail.com. And I was thinking last night, I still owe everyone one more giveaway, at least from last week. All right, we're gonna go. What is tomorrow? Tomorrow's this whole holiday jacked me up. Friday. All right, we'll do giveaway Friday. Join me tomorrow. We'll do another giveaway. I'll try to schedule it a little early, and we'll do another one tomorrow. Appreciate the time. Email me, eSIMstudios at gmail.com. The contact information is down below in the description box, and I'll see you tomorrow. Everybody have a wonderful first of the year, and see y'all tomorrow. Peace. All right, guys. Thank you. You too. Yes, sir. You won. Email me, eSIMstudios at gmail.com. All right, y'all. Peace.